Assalamu alaikum everyone. Often in an Osce exam, an image is given and the examiner asks you about the fetal lie, the presentation, attitude, and the position. So, one by one, we will discuss these terminologies. And my aim is that from now onward, you will be able to solve this OSCE station easily. Let's start. So, first of all, what is fetal lie?
Lie is a relationship between the longitudinal axis of the fetus to the longitudinal axis of the uterus. What does it mean? We know that this is the long axis of the uterus and this is the long axis of the fetus. We just have to see the relationship between the long axis of the fetus to the long axis of the uterus. Or we can say that in simple words, the long axis of fetal spine to the long axis of maternal spine. But we have to use the definitions which are present in our books. What it means? In this we can see the long axis of the fetus and this is the long axis of the uterus. So the long axis of the fetus is parallel to the long axis of the uterus. So we will say that fetus has longitudinal lie. So it is very easy. In the next picture, we can see that the long axis of the fetus is parallel to the long axis of the uterus. So the long axis of the fetus is parallel to the long axis of the uterus. So fetus has longitudinal lie. It's just about how the fetus is lying in the maternal uterus. Just forget about the presentation of the fetus, just focus on the lie. In longitudinal lie, the fetus lies vertically in the uterus, right? We can look here. The fetus is lying vertically in the uterus. Now in this we can see that this is the longitudinal axis of the uterus and this is the longitudinal axis of the fetus because the long axis of the fetus is in horizontal direction, right? So fetus is lying in the horizontal direction. So we can see that the long axis of the fetus is at 90 angle or perpendicular to the long axis of the uterus, right? So there is a 90-degree angle. So this is the transverse lie. What happens in transverse lie? The long axis of the fetus is perpendicular to the long axis of the uterus. Now here we can see that the long axis of the fetus is making an angle of 45 degree to the long axis of the uterus. So this lie is oblique because the baby is not present vertically or horizontally. It is making an angle of 45 degree with the long axis of the uterus. So it is a oblique lie. So in oblique lie, the long axis of the fetus is making an angle of 45 degree. So this can be asked in exams.
So, this is a quick test in which you have to tell me the fetal lie in the following images. So, tell me what is the fetal lie in first image? It is longitudinal lie. Right. Now, what is the fetal lie in second image? Yes, it is longitudinal lie. So, what is the fetal lie in third image? Yes, you're right. It is the transverse lie. What is the fetal lie in the fourth image? Yes, it is oblique lie. In next video, we will talk about the fetal presentation.